Hi, I'm Dr. Coral Arvon. I'm Director of Behavioral Wellness at the Pritikin Longevity Center. And today we're going to talk about changing your brain. We call it brain rewiring. How do we change a habit? How do we get good habits? How do we take away bad ones? Let's focus in on the good at first. I want to give you an example. Say that your goal is, I want to lose 20, 50 pounds. That's a pretty big goal, isn't it? Most times we don't reach our goals. Why don't we reach our goals? Have you ever noticed that you'll be on a healthy food plan and 3 to 4 weeks later, this little voice says, I can't do it, and then we sabotage ourselves? That little voice that's saying, I can't do it, is called your old story. It's part of your unconscious, your subconscious, which we will call your non-conscious. And then you have this 5% up front here, which is your conscious. And your conscious has 60, 70,000 thoughts coming at it all day. It wants to use the autopilot, much easier. So if your autopilot says things like, I can't do this, you'll never align yourself with your goals. Another example, say you're a very successful business person, but you want to be a novelist. So your goal is that I'm going to be a writer. But this little voice from the past says, I don't write that well. My friends wrote better than I did. Maybe I was good in math. Maybe I can't do it. Do you see what I mean? It's the voice from the past. The old story is made up of all the I can'ts, I shouldn'ts, I wouldn'ts, I'm not good enough, pretty enough, smart enough, athletic enough, strong enough. All those things that we heard when we were little kids from our families, from our friends, from school, and we believed them, and then we started to think them over and over and over again. Well, we can change that old story so we can align the goals and make them work. But there's something very important. How many times have we made goals and they didn't really work out? So the first thing I want you to think of is when you have a goal, I don't want you to say, I'm going to lose 50 pounds. I want you to make something huge and feel it. I'm going to be strong, magnificent, slim. I'm going to be healthy. Make that your goal. Now, how are we going to reach that goal? Well, to reach a goal, we need a system. We need 1% changes every day. 1% tiny changes. We need to take little tiny things, reduce them to the ridiculous. Now, I want to tell you a story of something that I did that's completely changed my life. I have a lot of exercise equipment like most of you, but a few years ago when Peloton bike came out, I bought the Peloton bike. I tried putting it in every room. I didn't go on it in every room. It came into my bedroom and I put it there and I kept looking at it, saying, gosh, why aren't I doing this? You know, I'm slim, but I'm not strong. Why aren't I doing this? So I decided to take a 30-day challenge. So what I did was, first I want you to know it takes 66 days to form a new habit. Yep, 66. So I decided, well, 2 calendars are almost 66. Let's try 2 months. So I put up 1 month. My goal was every day to get on the bike, the Peloton bike, for at least 2 minutes. So, and then I give myself a big hot pink check mark. It could be green, blue, whatever you like. Big check mark. So every day I would get on. Now, I would say I have to get on for 2 minutes, but I'll tell you, I'm always on between 20 and 50 or 60. Doesn't matter, though. You know, if I just get on for 2 minutes, if I'm not feeling good, I still get my check. So a month goes by, and I go, oh my goodness, look at this. A whole month, I felt so great, but then I got scared. I said, what if I stop now? Will I not go back? So I did another month. Now I have 2 months. And then I got sick for 2 days. And the third day I got right back on. I did it October 2019, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. We're now into the 7th month. This has changed my whole life. I cannot go to sleep at night if I haven't been on my bike. Now I do it at night. You need to do it whenever you need to do it. It's just a habit I formed and I'm okay with it for now. But this just changed my life. I mean, just think what you can do by just 2 minutes a day. Another example, flossing. I wanted to be a flosser, so after I started this, I said, I'm going to floss every night. 1 tooth, reduced to the ridiculous. I go in the bathroom. I don't floss 1 tooth, I floss the whole mouth every day now, every night, For 9 weeks, I floss. Oops, I missed one day. I did miss one day, and I put a little sad face and went right back to it. It's my new habit. So you can have these habits too, but you need to make a calendar. There was a guy that was in my lecture who wanted to lose weight and stop drinking. And I said to him, I think you better stop drinking first because you're going to want to eat if you drink. He sent me 3 calendars, pictures of calendars in the mail, and each check mark. He's doing so well. You will do well too. Remember, 1% changes. If you imagine this, it's a Sunday and you clean your office, you clean your room, you get rid of old email, you color code your clothes, you do everything, and you feel so organized, so good. 4 weeks later, you're a mess again, right? Because we had a goal, but we didn't have a system to keep the goal in place. So everything's about regiment and system. So what would a system be? Every day I put my clothes away before I go to sleep. Every day I go through today's emails to either archive or erase, whatever it might be. Everything has to have a system. What about the NBA? Here's an example. Two NBA coaches. One coach tells his team, guys, keep your eye on that score. You need to always make sure that you're up. We'll practice, but we're going to win this whole thing. Don't worry about it. The other coach says, okay, guys, every day I want you to physically work out on drills for 3 hours, and then we're going to do 3 hours of mental strength and teamwork. Don't worry about the score right now. Let's get this together. And what do you think happens? You know who wins. We know that. Now, there's a few things I want to tell you. I know I'm taking, there's one thing that's very important. When I was doing my Peloton bike, my son walked in and said, oh, Mom, wow, that's so great. Look at you. He said, I'm going to do that with push-ups. I said, what are you going to do, honey? He said, I'm going to do 20 push-ups every day. So about a week later, I said, how are you doing with your push-ups? He said, well, I did them one day. I didn't do them another. I'll do them again tomorrow. That's the difference between commitment and intentions. He didn't have a commitment. I said, get down on the floor and do 1 push-up. He did 1. Of course, he did 10 more after that. He said, the check is just for 1. You do as many as you want. Remember, guys, this is not all the exercise you're going to do. This is just for brain changing. This is to show us that we can get some good habits going, okay? One more thing that I want to talk about, and that is I want you to have something in the morning, like morning magic, an hour of power. When you get up in the morning, before you look at your phone, remember, your phone is in yesterday's time. Why start with all the fear and worry and problems from yesterday? First, get up in the morning, no phone. If you have coffee, that's fine, okay? And then what I want you to do is I want you to do a little morning prayer and meditation. However your prayer might be. Mine is, I'm so grateful to be alive, especially today. I'm so grateful to be alive and to have food and friends and family. And I just feel so wonderful. And then I want to do a meditation. So I'm going to tell you about a meditation that's very simple, okay? But it'll change your physiology. It'll make you stronger and healthier and much calmer so you can be mindful in the moment. All I do is I breathe in 6 and I breathe out 6. 6 through my nose and 6 out my mouth. I breathe in calm and I breathe out stress. It goes like this. Breathe in calm. And I breathe out stress. Like I'm breathing through a straw. I breathe in calm. And I breathe out worry. And I breathe in calm. And I breathe out fear. And I do 2 sets of those in the morning. And I feel so good. And you will too. And the last thing is, everybody needs to do affirmations if you want to change the old story of the past to a new story of the future. Think about 3 or 4 affirmations that you can do. Affirmations have to be things you want to believe about yourself. They have to be strong and have vitality and energy to them. Words are very important, the words that we use in our brain. So it might be, I want to be slim, healthy, and strong. I want to be magnificent. I want to be organized, focused, determined, whatever they might be. I'm sorry about that. Don't say I want to be. I am focused, determined, organized. I am. Now, someone in the lecture said, but what if I don't believe it? Well, that's the whole reason to do this, because if you say it over and over again, you'll start to believe it. That's what happened to us as kids. We heard things over and over again and we believed it. So every morning when you get up, do your prayer, do some meditation, say your affirmations. You can write them every day, you say them out loud, you visualize them, you emotionalize them, you feel them. And take that 20, 40 minutes, whatever you can have, and just feel how blessed you are. Then go back to your emails and have a great day. Enjoy your time at home. I know we're home now. Make this home this time at home a great time for self-care. Nice to see you. Bye now.